Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wix e-commerce workshop. I'm Liat. I'll be your host this evening. I lead e-commerce marketing at Wix. And joining me today, I have my favorite co-host, Asaf. Asaf, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Asaf. I'm part of the ads team in Wix e-commerce marketing, and we have an exciting workshop today filled with
Absolutely.
a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, we're really excited to talk to you guys about how you wrap up this holiday season sales strong. We have a bunch of different features and recommendations for you to be thinking about as you're heading into the final rounds of holiday sales. So we hope you're all ready for that today. And please remember to join our Wix e-commerce insiders Facebook group, where you can get to meet each other and interact more, and also get exciting news from the team on a regular basis. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and we can get started. So as I said, welcome to today's e-commerce workshop. We're going to be talking about how you finish holiday sales season strong. And we're going to be touching on gift cards. Yes, you heard me right, gift cards, subscriptions, and loyalty programs. So with that spoiler alert, let's talk about today's agenda. We're going to talk about what you can be thinking about as you're wrapping up your holiday season sales. We're going to talk about getting in those last minute holiday sales using gift cards. We're also going to think about how you're leveraging any late holiday shoppers for recurring revenue next year with subscriptions, and also making sure you're turning all of your new holiday shoppers into loyal customers by setting up a great loyalty program or reward program. So let's dive in. I think we say this often. It's definitely a mantra for Asaf and I and our team, but your customers really are your greatest asset. So I think the main thing that we want to talk about today is make sure that you, as you're investing in acquiring those new customers, you remember that in the end, the real reward is not just closing a sale now, it's the potential you have to continue earning from those customers for a lifetime. So we want to make sure we're setting up everything right so that you and that customer build a relationship and that they continue to shop from your business for a long time to come. So why does customer retention matter? I'm sure you guys hear the statement a lot, but what is it all about? So essentially, we're talking about getting customers to commit to your brand. A one-time shopper is great. Any sale is great for an e-commerce business. But what we really want are customers who return time and time again. So how are you turning those customers into repeat shoppers? And finally, if customers are interested in your kind of product, we definitely want to make sure that we're not losing them to any potential competitors. So we have some great stats here from our partners at Smileio. They offer a rewards program app in the Wix app market, and we will be touching on them later today. But based on their data, loyal customers actually account for up to 41% of store revenue, and they are 9 times more likely to convert. More than that, they spend 5 times the amount that your average customer spends. And they're also twice as likely to recommend your brand to others. So there are tons of benefits for you as an e-commerce brand in investing in creating those loyal customers. So let's start on our journey here and talk about how we're getting those last minute holiday sales with gift cards. So first of all, the news. I know this has been long awaited, and we're really happy to say that gift cards are here. Our gifted app is live in the Wix app market, and anyone selling in US dollars is able to use the gifted app on their online store. So what's the big deal about gift cards? Well, gift cards, first of all, are a great way to increase your overall revenues. So based on Gifted's data, customers typically spend 38% more than a gift card value. So you're essentially selling twice. You sell the value of the gift card, and then you get additional sales when those customers come to shop at your online store. So here are some of the benefits that you'll be able to see by selling gift cards. First of all, of course, now as we're in the peak of holiday season sales and getting into that window of fulfillment before the holidays arrive, you're able to get more of those last-minute shoppers. When somebody buys a digital gift card from your online store, you just email that gift card over to them or to their friend or family member who they're gifting. So it means you have immediate fulfillment. People can be shopping all the way up to the holiday eve and making sure that they're getting gifts for friends and family. On top of that, they are super easy to manage and distribute. There is no physical fulfillment required, so no shipping to worry about, and no tracking, and none of that. It goes straight from you to your customer's inbox. Gift cards are also a really great way for you to improve your cash flow and generate immediate revenue, because essentially you sell to customers now the gift card with the promise that they can redeem the product at a later date. And you're setting those gift cards regardless if they actually end up being used or not. They're also a really great way for you to be able to promote brand awareness and reach new customers, because you sell a gift card to your shopper or your loyal customer, and they give that gift card to their mom, their friend, their colleague at work. And essentially, they do your word of mouth marketing for you. And finally, as we mentioned before, typically you're able to generate larger purchases because people do tend to spend more than the value of the gift card itself. So once you've made your beautiful digital gift card, which Asaf is going to show us in just a minute, let's talk about how you're going to promote that gift card. So first of all, the basics. Make sure you're promoting it on your website, right? You want to make sure that any shoppers or customers coming to your website know that you have gift cards available and that they're able to buy them. You need to think about your gift card product page as you would any other product page and really invest in it. So we speak about this a lot. Invest in the visuals, invest in the description. Make sure that customers really understand the value that they're going to get from your gift card. And also you'll earn the SEO value off of that product page. You want to make sure that you are customizing your gift card design. Like anything else you're doing for your business and brand, it's a reflection and extension of your brand. So make sure it matches your branding well. And then think about when you're selling and who you're selling to. So for example, we're in the holidays now. Maybe you want to have a festive holiday design on your gift cards. Or if you're selling to specific audiences, then maybe you want to tailor it for them. And then think about how you're going to be promoting those gift cards. So really, you're going to use all of your regular marketing channels. So whether that's social media, paid advertising, or emailing or SMSing your existing customer base, use all of your existing channels to make sure that customers know that you have gift cards. And finally, you can also think about using your gift cards as rewards in your loyalty program, which we will talk about a little bit later in today's session. So now that we've covered the basics of gift cards, Asaf, I think over to you and the much awaited demo of adding gift cards to your Wix online store.
Thanks, Liat. So over or back to our famous toy store. The first thing you mentioned, Liat, is how to promote it on your online store. So we added a couple of entry points. One is to the actual nav bar. We added the gift card. You can see it here. And the other, we also added a hello bar with some animation on it so people know it's important. Obviously, for everything that you do on the store, you should definitely do it and make sure it's mobile friendly. Most of your purchases will come from mobile. For the sake of this demo, we'll do it from desktop, but no doubt, don't forget which is more important. And this is the gift card that I've designed, Liat. I think
your design never ceases to amaze me, Asaf. You outdo yourself.
Every time.
Every time.
Whilst it could be argued that better design is possible, I do think it provides. It's very clear what it is, and it's very easy to use, which are the only things that I see well. And of course, if you guys have a more keen sense of design, you can do it and invest the time. I think it's worth it. For the sake of this demo, I think this will do enough. And as you can see, the amount here for the gift card is customizable. So in essence, I can put $1,000 worth of gift card, continue through the purchase process. I do want to
I
show
hope
a
that's
couple
my
of things.
holiday gift, Asaf.
I wouldn't go so cheap on you, yeah, you know that. And let's customize a couple of the things that I think are worthwhile. So in order to customize them, let's go to the editor. In here, let's choose the gift card page. Give it a sec to load. And here in the component, let's click and go to settings. This will open the gift card widget, and now we'll be redirected to gifted. This is where you'll set up your gift card when you initially connect this app. Since we've already done it and it doesn't take long, let's customize it. So a couple of the things that I want you guys to think about. One, is it a custom value, which means the shoppers can decide how big of a gift they want to hand out? Or do you want to give them only set values which are more in line with your pricing and your products? So for example, if I wanted to change that, I'll go with 25, 50, and since our products cost around $40, $50, let's give them 100 and 250. So there are some jumps there that provide options. Again, I think some options are good. Don't go with like 80 options, because if you prefer that way, just go with a custom value. And one more thing is, let's add some fear of missing out, the FOMO. I don't like to have gift cards running around in the world with open-ended. So I prefer to put some expiration date. I think 365 days is a good amount of time. Let's save the changes and go back to our store, refresh it. You should be able to see it in a second. Riyad, what's your opinion on having a gift card's expiration date?
I think I'm with you. So I think like a year is a really fair time. You obviously want to give potential shoppers time to take advantage of that gift card and a good window. But on the business side, I always like to have an end date in mind. Like I don't want to be beholden to a product for the rest of eternity. So, be fair, give people a good window, but then also make sure that you have other options for your business moving forward.
Right, and also know the fine print. Some countries have different laws for this, so be minded that they exist. Back to our gift card page, you can see that the offering has changed a little bit. Now you can only select a specific amount. And when people make that purchase, you'll see an order on your dashboard. And again, when people redeem it, you will see the redemption again appears as an order, and then it's a fulfillment process. One more cool thing about digital gift cards, and again, this is not something that is physical. You don't get like that small plastic card that we all love. But the nice thing about digital ones is that they never get lost. So you can always find them in your email or wherever you send it. The internet has a better memory than where you left it in your purse.
Absolutely. So I think that's like a huge advantage for our users this holiday season. Obviously, we're seeing a lot of fulfillment challenges as different areas, again, deal with different levels of COVID restrictions and social distancing. So a gift card is a really great way to make sure that you get that gift straight over to whoever you want to send it to without worrying about any fulfillment or delivery along the way. So before I move on to the next section, we did have a couple questions here from our audience that I'd like to ask you. So the first question is, this is a good one. Are you ready? Are gift cards only available for the holiday season?
So we're happy to say that no, this is a new app that is now going to be with us, and we hope more are coming. Definitely more currencies are coming in the next coming weeks, but this is now for you guys to use and help your store sell more, expand, like Iyad mentioned before, grow your brand and have fun with it.
So I hope you guys caught that spoiler alert there that Asaf just gave you. More currencies are coming in the coming weeks. The team will drop the link to our Facebook group, please go ahead and join there, because you will get all the latest updates and early news there. And of course, we do all of our regular communication at Wix. So a couple other questions, Asaf, on gift cards. People want to know if you're able to sell gift cards when using other payment providers, so not Wix payments, but for example, if you were using a Stripe or a Square.
So yes, using Gifted on Wix works with every payment provider that is connected to your online store. However, some payment providers offer their own gift cards, and those do not work natively with us. So that's another path that isn't covered by Gifted.
Cool. So make sure if you're selling on your online store and you want them to be redeemed on your online store, that you're using the app that we're suggesting to you. Saf, I guess your design did not carry as well as we thought, because we're getting a question. Can you personalize your gift card, like adding a logo?
Definitely you can, and you should. I think gift cards, like everything that has to do with your brand, needs attention, and preferably professional attention. It isn't a must. Let's be clear. It's better to have a functional and clear, yet not perfect gift card than not having one at all. But if you have the design skills, or you want to pay a little bit for designers, it's not a lot of work. Definitely do it to, increase brand awareness and unify all the assets that you're offering.
Cool. And then other than that, okay, so I think you touched this, but maybe cover it again, because we have a question. Is the gift card emailed, or is it a physical gift card?
So this one is a digital gift card. You don't have to worry about losing it. Once shoppers buy it, they can email it to whoever they want, and it will remain there for forever, or at least until it's been redeemed.
Very cool. So with that, let's move on to our next section for today's workshop, which is talking about how you're leveraging those late holiday shoppers for recurring revenue next year with subscriptions. So why sell subscriptions? First of all, you're going to create a steady cash flow and recurring revenue. I think any business model that has guaranteed income is a good one, so definitely worth considering. It's also a really great way for you to be able to expand your product offering. So whatever you're already selling, you can think about creative ways to offer subscriptions around that. So for example, if you sell scented candles, which we all know by this point is Asaf's dream in life. This is what he is going to do when he grows up. You can create all kinds of subscriptions around those. So you could have the monthly candle, where you get a surprise candle every month. I know Asaf has some of those subscriptions. Or you could have the candle box, where you get a whole selection of candles and candle accessories every month. And of course, it's a really great way to build a loyal customer base. So customers get to interact with your products and your brand again and again, and get to really build that closeness with your business. So the first thing that you want to think about is, what is the subscription model that you want to use? So first of all, you can create an individual recurring product. That means you create a single product that is only available on subscription. So for example, like I said, my monthly candle, surprise candle that you get every month. And it means that your business is guaranteed to get recurring revenue, and your customers don't have to worry about reordering. So if, like Asaf, you must have a new scented candle every month, you're guaranteed that your candle will arrive. You might also want to think about creating one-off products that have a subscription option. So going to those scented candles, no, I'm okay with a candle. I wouldn't mind one here and there. So Asaf wants the subscription, and I just want to buy the one candle. So you basically, off of the same product, allow customers both options, right? To buy it once or to get it on a regular basis. And the third option is having a subscription box. So I think we've all seen these. They're super popular these days. You're creating a lovely curated theme box of products that customers can purchase on a regular frequency, so maybe monthly, maybe quarterly. And you can really customize these boxes based on whatever theme works for your brand or for your customers. So maybe on regions of the world, based on hobbies, interests, holiday seasons, and more. So one of the things that we get asked a lot about is how you should price your subscription boxes. So obviously there isn't a one answer fits all, but there are definitely a bunch of things you should consider when setting your price. So let's go through the different areas you can think about. First of all, the products that you're including in the box, obviously they have a cost to you. There is the box itself. So I will say, if you're trying to create a subscription box, then definitely the unboxing experience is really important. And you want to make sure that you have a great looking box that's really part of the experience for the customer, and that will come with some sort of cost. So think about the box and the box accessories like stickers or stamps and their cost, and also whatever packing materials you're using in that box. So whether that's beautiful filler paper or bubble wrap or inserts or whatever you need. You need to be thinking, of course, about your postage or shipping costs. And here, of course, because we're talking about a box, this might be heavier than your normal packages. So you want to be taking that into account. And you definitely want to be thinking about all the fulfillment costs, whether those are logistical and operational costs or just the actual delivery itself, because this is something that you're going to be doing frequently. So it might be a weekly subscription, monthly, quarterly, whatever it is, but you're going to have to be preparing those boxes and sending them out every time. Of course, you want to be thinking about your transaction fees, your processing fees, like any online sale, and whatever acquisition costs you have. So how are you planning on advertising and marketing this box? And those will be all the things that I think you should be thinking about as you plan your price. And obviously, you're going to have to adapt them to your business and your product. So now that we're done with theory, Asaf, would you kindly show us how to set up the subscription?
Absolutely. One more thing about pricing, Liat, and I think e-commerce subscriptions are game changers for brands that know how to do it right. They do take commitment because you have to deliver on a monthly basis. So shipping, the entire fulfillment process needs commitment, needs planning and proper execution. I'll run quickly on how to start a subscription. So from your Wix dashboard, go to store products. We will in a second create a new one. It's going to be a physical product because we're selling toys. So for us, it'll be something like a toy box that arrives once a month. Let's name it as a toy box or as a surprise toy box. Add some images. As it so happens, I just have a couple of them here. Let's add them. And you'll be able to see it on the storefront in a minute. This is new, so obviously let's make sure everybody is aware of that. And in terms of pricing, we'll go with 50 bucks. I kind of like rounded numbers. I know many of you will go with 49. That's pretty cool. Obviously take the time to add some description. But for the sake of this demo, let's together imagine that I already did that and we can move forward. And as you scroll down on the product pages, create a subscription. All right, let's go with a monthly toy box. Do invest some time in copy. I think I pretty much nailed this one, but perhaps in a couple of iterations we can get something that is better. I love
even better than your design, Asaf.
Yeah, you know how fast I work, Liat. And in terms of duration, this is something to consider. I really love brands that are confident and everything is auto-renewed until canceled by the shopper. I think it oozes with the confidence that you should be oozing with. And let's give 10% discount. And just because, oh, that's $10, I'm sorry. So it's a 10% discount. 1 second as I remove the Zoom widget. I think we're all good in terms of, we have some of the details here. Let's apply. Now we'll need, and this is something I often forget, but don't forget to add it to a collection. I'll add it to Creative Toys, save it here, give it a second as we go. Let's go to Hip Hip Shop Creative Toys. And voila, we have here the surprise box. When you hover, I added this beautiful question mark and some other things you want to just don't remember on your storefront. So obviously the add to cart from gallery, so shoppers can do it immediately. They don't need to go inside the product. However, we'll do it right now just to see that everything is good. You have here the subscription, and again, we sort of breeze through it. Don't forget that a lot of information here. So subscription boxes can be found directly from Google, and also to build trust with people who just browse your store. And yet you mentioned before marketing. I just want to say what I love about subscriptions, that it allows you to really double down on how much you spend, because in theory, you'll be considering that you don't sell this box only once, but at least like 4 or 5 times before people cancel. And again, you have to track those things to make smart, educated decisions. But in general, I think looking at it, if I would to guess, it would be at least 5 or 6 times this price. So instead of trying to get a cost per acquisition of $10 or $20 when you account for all refunds and returns, you can 5x it and still be profitable.
Absolutely. And again, like tying this back to the holidays. So if you guys are thinking about shoppers who are signing up for subscriptions late in the holiday season, especially if people are buying them really close to the holidays. So even if I were to order this like mid-December, it's a really great gift to give to friends and family. So even if it's only going to get fulfilled in January, right? The fact that I know that I'm going to be getting this lovely surprise box for the next 3, 6 months, whatever it is a really awesome gift. And for your business, that's guaranteed revenue into 2021, which is a really great way to start the new year. So that's really great. I will remind everyone to set up all of your policies accordingly. Whenever you add subscriptions, make sure you're adding that stuff into all of your shipping policy, refund policy, return policy, whatever you need to add on your store. And now for a couple of questions. So I noticed one in the chat that I just want to address quickly, which was people asking about how you connect this to your inventory. So for example, like Asaf created the lovely surprise box. So the team can drop a link for you. If you need to connect to inventory or what you're actually trying to create are bundles, then take a look at the multi-orders app on Wix. There is a solution for that. We're not going to get into a demo today, but we'll be happy to share the info with you guys. And Asaf, a couple of questions for you. Somebody wants to know if they can set up weekly or monthly. I guess they're asking about the timing, like what are the limits on timing for subscriptions?
So a lot of it has to do with who your audience and what you want to offer. I always recommend asking a few customers before you start offering it. But we did see like we have the weekly, monthly, you can do yearly. It all depends on the product and how it fits the audience.
Cool. And I'm checking, I think it's more or less that's what people are asking us about. And can I have more than one subscription is another question.
So currently, I think we only offer a single subscription. Olga will correct me in the Q&A if I'm wrong, but I think for now that is the way it is. By the way, shoppers will be able to manage subscriptions, and there's a new area for that in the dashboard. You can log in and see it once you have it, and manage the subscriptions. Again, those things are recurring. So a single purchase is something that isn't a one and done. You have to pay close attention to it over time on the fulfillment side of things, and also in terms of the customer relation relationship, which is now not a one-off. It's more of an ongoing thing. So be minded on those things, and I think those are the most important things as you transition more and more into selling subscriptions.
So let's move on to our final section for today's session, which is talking about turning holiday shoppers into loyal customers with a rewards program. So why create a rewards program? Essentially, what you're trying to do is motivate your shoppers to engage with your brand and hopefully become loyal customers. It's a great way for you to incentivize shoppers to either share your content or bring you referrals or anything else that you're looking for your customers to help you with in terms of your business. And right now, as we're in the holiday season, it's a really, really great way for you to start to nurture customer relationships with those shoppers who are meeting your brand for the first time. So obviously any sale is great for an e-commerce business, and any holiday shopper is a welcome blessing. But we also want to make sure that those shoppers turn into repeat shoppers and that we have a way to keep bringing them back. So here are a couple of things for you to think about as you develop your rewards program. You want to be thinking about how the program aligns with your brand. Right, so what is the offering? What is the value to your customer base? What does your customer community look like around your brand? You definitely need to think about what it is that customers need to be doing to earning points. And then how are you going to reward them, or what is the experience you're going to let them redeem in exchange for those points? Make sure whenever you're doing a rewards program that you have a way for customers to track their point balance. Like, I think we all know this as shoppers. It's super frustrating when you earn points and then you have no idea where they are or how to find them or how to spend them. Think about how you're tiering the program. I'm going to get a little bit more into that in a second. And also, you want to be sure that you're aware of what competitors are offering so that you're offering the best program for your customers. So let's think about how you're going to reward customer engagement. So what are you giving points for? My first tip would be to give customers points when they join your loyalty program. So essentially, you've asked the customer to sign up to your program, leave you their information, their contact information, whatever else you're asking for. And I think it's a huge bummer when you start at zero. So you want to make sure that you start that strong and you're giving them some points for just joining. Then you can think about other things like asking customers to either follow you on social is a great one. You definitely want to make sure every time they're making a purchase, they're getting some kind of reward in exchange for dollars spent. A really great idea is to ask customers to post reviews in exchange for points. So a great tip here is think about whatever confirmation emails you're sending to your customers after a purchase. And let them know that if they leave you a review, that they can earn rewards. And you're going to get kind of two birds with one stone here. One, you're going to get those additional signups to your loyalty program, and you're going to get those reviews on your product pages, which are also great. You can think about asking them for additional personal information that you might need, like their birthday, for example, or if you're looking for referrals. And also, if you decide to host any special events, you want to run a survey, really any time you're asking a customer to go the extra mile for your business, you want to think about how you're giving back to them for what they're doing for you. The next stage is thinking about the rewards, which are also super important. So what are customers going to get with all these lovely points that they're acquiring in your reward program? So first of all, I think always be flexible. You want to make sure that people are able to choose their reward. I think just having one option, again, can be frustrating and also not right for every kind of customer, which leads us into that tiering concept. So I think about how you offer both small and large scale redemption levels to customers so that all customers can be involved at some level in your program. You obviously definitely want to be making the more valuable rewards available to those higher tiers to to create that exclusivity and also drive people to reach those tiers. And here, another little tip is think about how you feature your VIP shoppers and the benefits they're getting from being in your loyalty program, which kind of helps motivate those lower tier shoppers and create that FOMO. So some examples of things you can give as rewards include points, so credit versus cash back. So you can use the points as currency in your online store. You could also think about giving certain discounts or percentages off for certain tiers of points. Creating exclusive perks or experiences is a really great way. And you can think about giving early access to new products or collections to your loyal shoppers before regular shoppers. And then other benefits like maybe free shipping or whatever else works for your business. I will say that I think discounts alone are not enough, right? The real point of creating a rewards program or a loyalty program is building that emotional connection with your shoppers. So we want to be providing like the discounts are nice, but think about how you're giving that added value. So without further ado, I'm going to hand over to Asaf to show us a real rewards program.
Cool. So before I show it, I owe a better answer than what I gave on a previous question on subscriptions. Indeed, you can set up multiple subscriptions per product and multiple subscriptions for different products in your store. And obviously the members will be able to manage their pricing plans there and the subscriptions from the member area. And so now that I can rest assured that I have corrected myself, let's jump to one of my favorite stores. As you might have guessed, it has something to do with candles. And this is Colin Canary. And they're a great business. And I love many of the things that they're doing, starting with their name. I love the tagline, cheeky candles for playful personalities. But what I want to show now is the rewards program.
Asaf, what a shocker. The site that you choose to show us sells scented candles.
Yes.
I would never have imagined this would be the site you would choose to show us.
So there's another category above that of mystic and voodoo related candles, but we're not going there today. Maybe in the next workshop. Anyways, back to the rewards program. So this is the Smileio app, and you can add it obviously to your store. And we have a cool surprise waiting for you in a couple of minutes regarding this cool app. But back to Colin Canary, I think what I love here is how clear everything is, right? So you have here ways to earn, ways to redeem. You can obviously click on them and see what exactly do we need to do. So it's not a whole lot. I already gave them the follow on Instagram. It doesn't take a lot of effort, and it doesn't sort of expose you in a way that not that there's anything to be ashamed of for my affinity to scented candles, but I'm not sure I would like to share everything on Facebook and stuff like that. So I think following on Instagram is a very cool reward. Back here, you can also get a link, email it, all the sharing options, and obviously also ways to redeem, which I think is important. And you can see I'm already making some progress here for my first 10% off. And so I think, Liat, what I like about it is how clear everything is and how easy it is to set expectations with shoppers on exactly what Colin Canary expect them to do and what they're getting in return.
Absolutely. So I think they've really covered all of the bases here. They have a really awesome loyalty program. Obviously, we're big fans of the site. Asaf's a really huge fan of the candles, so feel free to check them out. We'll drop the link for you guys here in the chat, and you can play around with that. And as Asaf mentioned, that is the Smileio app in the Wix app market. So we'll head on into our final Q&A. So Asaf, a couple of questions for you today. So we have one that's a more general question, but I thought it was a great holiday question, so I'll ask it. Somebody wants to know, can you add gift wrapping as an additional option to products for the holidays?
So the short answer is yes, you can do it in the products pages, product options, and you can put in gift wrapping, for example. And so that's one easy way to do it. Another one is to add a product named gift wrapping, and then you can price it and make sure that it's very clear what it is and which product it refers to. And so both ways are possible. The first one, I think it's more in line with the product that you're already looking as an option on that. The other one, if you feel like charging for it, do the extra mile and make sure it is clear on what they're paying for and what they're getting.
Cool. And I think if you go the product option route, you do have the option of adding an additional charge for that product option. So you could also consider the additional charge if that's what was important for you. So somebody's asking us about how we give coupons prior to checkout. So actually, I think it's just, you gave us a really great plug to our previous workshop. We recommend you go and check out our flash sale workshop where Asaf did a great demo on all of our coupon capabilities. So just check out the Wix eCommerce School. You have a full walkthrough and demo on coupons there and some more of Asaf's beautiful design on his website. I guess Asaf, because we spoke about asking for reviews in the loyalty program. So we're getting some questions about how you add reviews to your site.
Right, so there's a number of ways. The easiest, probably the easiest one is to add the Kurubaz app, which allows shoppers to easily leave reviews both for the entire store experience, but also for specific products. And I think reviews are super important and don't have to come in an app. You can also add like a fold for that from some of your VIP people who have recommended you or share this. So it's relatively easy, and people also love to be featured on those things. So those are two easy ways to go about.
So I'll just remind you quickly about links to all of our assets for you. So to watch recording of today's workshop or any of our previous workshops, please go to the Wix eCommerce School. Subscribe there. We'll send you notifications about upcoming workshops so you don't miss any of our sessions. And please join our community, either the forum or our Facebook group. So Asaf, before we leave everybody today, I did want to ask you if you have any final holiday advice or tips for our audience today.
I have a couple of things. One, go and add gift cards. It's a great way to, make the best of the remaining week that we have before that crazy weekend. And two, this is the time to go all out. So if you ever thought about like investing or left something during the relatively long holiday season of this year, and now is the time to put in the extra effort and make sure you finish strong. And it doesn't require you doing anything new, but it requires you executing well on the stuff that you know. You can also test out a couple of more things like subscriptions that will give you a strong start for 2021.
Awesome. So I think my final tip is going to be set up abandoned cart recovery automations if you haven't already done that. Like all of these things we're talking to you about bringing more shoppers, increasing loyalty, make sure that you set that up. It's such an easy automation. It will work so hard for your business. We know that online stores on Wix who connect that automation see up to 29% more sales. So please go ahead and set that up for your online store if you haven't already done that. So thank you, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Good luck with the Cyber Weekend, and we'll see you at our next workshop.